In this session, we are going to cover about pivot tables. What are pivot tables? It's a statistics tools which rearranges different rows and columns and gives you a unique perspective about the data which is present in the Excel spreadsheet. Now, for an example, in this spreadsheet, I want to identify which of these SKUs have what is the total order for a given SKU. In order to do that, I can directly use a pivot table. Now, how I can use a pivot table? I go to the insert tab and I click on this pivot table from table/range. Then whenever you click on it, it is going to select all the data elements which are present in my spreadsheet. So if you notice in the file name September, and there is a cell starting from A1 till I have just used cursor, so I'm just going to cancel this and apply pivot table again. So it is going to select A1 to F2927. So it covers all the possible cells which are having data in this spreadsheets. When I click on OK, it creates a new sheet in the same file. Now, if you notice on the right hand side, there is a pivot table fields. What it does is it gives you an opportunity to select a specific field on which you want to do an analysis. So in this spreadsheet, I want to do an analysis of suppose SKU. What was the total sales for a given SKU? I want to summarize that one. So what I'm going to do is I will drag and drop this SKU into rows. Now, if you notice, we had more than 2500 records in the first sheet, but here if you see, all the unique values which are present in that spreadsheet are covered here. So whenever you apply a pivot table and you select one specific field, it just brings the unique values in the first column when I use the rows. Now I want to do a calculation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag and drop second field on which I want to perform an analysis. So I am going to drag and drop this under values section. Now under values section, if you notice, it has automatically calculated the sum of the order total column against this specific SKU. Now what happens is these are aggregate functions. Under values you can apply different aggregate function. When you click on it, it will open one menu option, and under value field settings I can see a different aggregate functions. I can see mean, max, count or average. Right now I just want to do a sum of all the orders which are against one specific SKU. So this way I can directly identify which SKU had how much sale in that specific spreadsheet. So this is one way to do it. Say suppose now let's remove this. There is another way I can do is, say suppose I want to go for SKU in a column. Now in first attempt when we had added as a row, it had added everything in a single first column. But in this case, if you notice, everything is in a separate column. It's same functionality, is just that it was vertical representation in the previous attempt. Now it is a horizontal representation, and it is going to do the same thing. But in this case, the values will be displayed in a horizontal manner. So this is how you can use pivot table. So for an example, there will be one spreadsheet which has a list of employees slash cricketers, and it have a country and it have a month and it have a salary. And if someone asks you to calculate the average salary, you can apply a pivot table on a specific cricketer. So you will have one cricketer name column, you will drag and drop in under rows, and the salary column you will drag and drop under values, and it is going to give you the desired output. Yeah, that's it about pivot tables.